Welcome back, gamers. Today we're going to cover a couple topics. But first, if this is your first time here, please do us a favor and like and subscribe below. It really helps the channel grow. So, I want to say first, congratulations to the development team at Vigor and Bohemia Interactive. 3 years on an active PvP free-to-play game is an accomplishment. So, awesome job, guys, and I'm excited for the future. So, keep doing what you're doing because it's doing great. I want to also talk about maybe the possible future of Vigor now that we are at the 3-year mark. And I've said this in the past, Bohemia has really shown a propensity to stay dedicated to their games. Arma 3 was around, well, still around, but has been around for a long, long time. So this development team and his publisher have really shown a dedication to the games that they make. They don't just, they don't pull the EA, take it to market, oh, it doesn't work, come back next year, we got something else. So, that's an important key step. And when you're investing as a gamer, you want to invest time into a game that feels like, it's worth it. Like you're actually investing your entertainment allocated time into something that is rewardable. And, it's kind of what we try to do here at the channel is help you guys with some tips and tricks that have helped us. I'm just an average gamer or below average really, but, I'm able to, be in the Outlands and have a good time, and the game is enjoyable for me. So hopefully I can give you guys some tips and tricks to help with that. The last few updates and nerfs for the guns, they've nerfed some of the LMGs. They took the M249 from 201 bullets to 101 per reload. So that is nice. It's still a pretty prevalent gun out in the Outlands, but I'm going to show you some of the things I use to counteract that. And really kind of, I think we all kind of had that dive for a little bit where every game there was like 2, 3, 4 people running around with M249s, and it was really it was frustrating. I got to the point where I was even stopped playing. I mean, I haven't made a video in 2 weeks because a couple things I have, we had family vacation, and also I got a promotion at my job, so taking on new responsibilities there, and as well as getting my oldest back from Johns Hopkins University for a little while. So working just a whole new family dynamic and enjoying time with a full household again. So because my wife and I, we have a couple kids, and they're varied as far as age range. One's in college and then 2 are in preschool. So we have quite a break between the two. So it's nice having the full extent, the whole family back under the same roof again. But the future of Vigor, we're really looking at I think we're really looking at more changes that we've seen, thus far, since really the shotgun has been, buffed. And I think every gun is going to go through a similar style. I mean, we just saw it with the LMGs, where every gun's going to go through a similar style of buff, basically, to make them more viable, and continuously change the meta over the next couple of seasons, which is important because you'll notice, I'm sure those of you that play regularly have seen, like, it's not the same players all the time, and there's a nice influx, it feels at least, of new players coming in. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually had Switch players pulled into my queue when I'm playing. That just means there's so many Xbox players that it fills up quickly. And the same with Switch. There's more and more Switch players apparently because they're not filling into the queue, or they're not playing it, but based on the people I've seen, a lot of people coming in are new and playing the game. And it's noticeable because as a player that's played a little bit more, you'll know when somebody's new and moving around new. So I think the game is going to continue along this trend, which is important because it kind of fills in a niche. It's getting away from the survivalist style. You still have the grind with your shelter, which is great, but it's becoming more of the arcade gunplay versus the hardcore tactical, which some of the player base might not be into. I'm okay with it because again, I'm not very good, so if the guns are easier, it makes it easier for me, but also it entices more players. And this game, we all know, the longer you play, the more advantageous it is for you as you continue to play. Maybe less things to grind for, but you switch from the strictly looter persona to a, hey, I'm not afraid of getting gunfights, to, oh, I'm trying to get threat every game. So it really, it's your whole archetype as you progress through. And I don't know this for certain. Yeah, I have. I've actually had some limited conversations with the developers, which is quite nice actually. And I appreciate them reaching out and speaking, with me. I know their time is valuable, and I'm not a partner or anything, but they still did. So, I am for one gracious, and grateful. Sorry, grateful that they reached out. So, it's pretty cool. There's some good things going on, but as always, we go through and try to show you guys some visual aids for what we're talking about as far as the points that we're making. So, I can't really show anything for the future, but I can show you guys how to really kind of be able to deal with people that are still going to run like the double ports and the double plates and machine guns that are either the best or second best depending on your personal opinion. So we'll start with our first item here. I start the game here, and I'm going to show you. I got imported earlier. I can kind of hear him outside. I think you'll hear him here in a second. So he didn't see me. I'm literally just hiding in a bush because I can hear him, and I'm sure you can hear on the audio too if you're listening with headphones, or maybe it's coming through on the TV. I don't know, but he ports me again for the second time. So I'm like, all right, I gotta push because right now if I had tried to engage him when he popped up in that top corner in the screen, he would have got me pretty easily. So now I'm like, I'm gonna make the engagement occur on even playing field. And as you can see, he's got two plates. Or, he had a plate because you heard it. I shred it, and now he's got another plate. He had two ports, and the UK VZ59, which, depending on your opinion, is either the best or second best game or gun in the game. So, all I did really is I let him kind of come towards me. I moved enough away that he lost me, which I was only in the bush and he could probably see me. But as he did the second port, then I decided, I'm going to push, make this on even playing field, and dictate the terms of the engagement to where I'm in control and I feel comfortable. And, the shotgun just blows him, I just take him out. And now I'm leaving with his gun. So that is tip number one. You can, depending on the gun, engage these players, and really, as long as you dictate the terms of the engagement, you're going to be successful. It's about knowing what distance you're comfortable at, what gun you're using, and how to engage the other player. This one here. This lobby didn't have a lot of experienced players in it, and you can kind of hear everybody's around the locked container and engaging each other. I'm sure you heard in the beginning. And the M249 is still shooting. So I know he's the one that's probably killed a couple people and still alive. So I decide I'm going to take my Swomi and have a good time. And I pause here because I want you to see, like, I had a perfect line to headshot up, and I screwed up because I fat fingered it and I hit the trigger, not paying attention, or not being careful with trying to line up the shot. And now I tell him I'm around, so he's able to see me. Then I waste my whole clip. I don't get him. And what I do is reposition just the way enough so he can't glitch headshot me. And I don't panic. And as you can see, I screwed up a couple times. So I didn't panic, when I had to reposition the fight. And as I pushed on him, he panicked and he starts his reload animation. And as you can see, like in the shot, like I shoot him and then I stop from first person because I thought I got a headshot the way his head bounced back. I didn't, and he was still alive, so I had to, pull the trigger again and get him the third time. So, you know, I'm not perfect, but as long as I get the kill, and that's what I did. I won the engagement. I got the M249, and I finished out the encounter with a successful extraction and loot. This one, I want to show you kind of what my mindset was. You know, you hear all the, I hear all the machine guns going through, and this is, you know, probably 2 weeks ago, and I'm just, at this point, I'm fed up with the LMG meta, even with, you know, making videos showing everyone how to engage these players. I'm just like, man, I'm tired of all these shotguns all the time, or all these LMGs all the time. So I literally just walk up to this guy, and you'll see, but it's almost slightly disrespectful, but I'm just like, I'm fed up with it. So here, he ported me because he was over by the signal detector after the engagement had occurred with a couple other players. There was 3 guns shooting, I know that. And I'm just fed up. Sorry, my finger slipped. But you'll see him on the other side of this hay barrel here. Yeah, he's like right there. I'm so tired of it that I just walk right up to him and one-shot him. Like I said, it's kind of fun when you do it that way. It's slightly disrespectful, but I'm just like, you know what, I'm done. And he had the ZA and a PKM and a Scorpion, and, you know, he had everything. So, you know, I was just, like I said, I was done at that point. But that's the key, you know, knowing the terms of the engagement, choosing when to engage. Like I said, I literally just walk up to this guy and I one-shot him. So, you know, if you get to that point, change out your weapon rotation to see what you can kind of do this with as well, and what gives you that comfortability to engage in fights, to really, you know, reinstill the enjoyment of the game again. And then lastly, I wanted to kind of go over, you know, some of the things. You know, in this match, I get the barred house. You know, I find the picture of where I'm going to go, and I'm like, all right, cool. And, you know, a lot of times I try not to engage players, you know, and this is what I'm referencing with a bunch of new players. Like, I try not to fire at people if they don't shoot at me, and, you know, that's not always the case sometimes. I try to be one of those outlanders, though, that does, you know, actually respects the hay, or, you know, not just going for kills. And the reason I'm pointing this out is this is why I'm telling you guys, you want to be comfortable moving around with your gun away and your gun out, and not being afraid of getting your character shot. So you'll see him right there. And he's just standing out in the open. Now he's got his gun pulled, but he's not shooting. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to shoot if you're not. But he started shooting at me, so I shot back. And, you know, this is key, too, because look, he's got a full bag of everything here. You know, which, if he's a newer player, this would have been a great time to, you know, not get greedy and just extract with what you got. But, you know, again, like I said, I would have let him walk, but now I'm going to take all the stuff. See, there he's shooting. So, you know, just, and I'm able to do that because I've played, you know, and I haven't played this game like some of these players have gone like 10,000 encounters. You know, I haven't played a bunch of encounters like that. And I'm not really a good shooter, you know, which is probably why I like this game, because it's third person. It makes it easier for a player that's less skilled like myself, who's just, you know, I'm just a dude. Just, you know, I work, I have kids, and trying to enjoy a little PvP excitement, action. And the nice thing about this encounter style game is, you know, you don't have to be the last man standing or last player standing to, you know, have a successful run. You know, it's not a battle royale, it's an encounter. And your objective is to get loot and extract, not necessarily get kills. which is how I play it. You know, again, not everybody plays it that way, but you know, for those of us that do, I hope these tips and tricks help. So, you know, that's basically what we wanted to cover today. Shotguns equal power. For real, they do. And the future is bright for Vigor. This game's going to continue to be supported. They're going to continue to make buffs to all the weapons classes. It's going to continue the influx of new players. So get comfortable running around now with your gun away. Get comfortable with taking fire and not realizing that you're being shot at until the indicator on the screen tells you. If you do that and you get just used to that type of interaction, you know, you don't have to be the best vision person out there to see them far away. Like, I can't see players a lot far away, but I'm not afraid to get shot at from a bush anymore because I know I can move quick enough with the muscle memory in my thumbs to turn the fight around and put it into terms that makes sure I'm successful. You know, not all the time, but my survival rate's over 65%, and to me, I'm happy with that. So, with that, gamers, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Do us a favor again, like and subscribe below if you enjoy the content. Please feel free to add any comments, anything you want to see in the future. I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Stay safe out there, Outlanders, and we'll see you later. Bye.